Now, going in the opposite direction, I know that people from the U.S. and Canada, they are drawn to jurisdictions where they can have an opportunity to save on taxes if possible. So, which jurisdictions are known for like having a territorial tax system where only taxes are paid on income that arises from within the country, and income that is generated outside tends to be left alone?
Well, I would say that the main countries that are on that has a source principle or territorial principle are, in first place, Uruguay, Panama, and Costa Rica. Those are the main countries that they have those type of criteria. Of course, in first place, Costa Rica, for example, is showing the OECD 2 years ago, so they might change that principle. And now, with all the discussion of the global tax to the multinational, this principle is being discussed whether it should be modified or not. So 30 years ago, all the Latin American countries had source principle. In the last 30 years, they were changed to the residence principle. But I would say the only 3 countries are Uruguay, Panama, and Costa Rica that still remain the source principle.
I know Panama has a reputation for being a tax haven. In your opinion, is it really a tax haven? And otherwise, which other countries you think are attractive from a tax perspective, like Panama?
Well, in general, I mean, there are many British Virgin Islands, those Cayman, those are located within America. But I would say the bigger countries, the most important countries that they were named and also shamed as tax havens are Panama and Uruguay. Both countries made all the changes in order to try not to be within that definition. But as many people will know, such definition is not fixed. It changed, and it's different from different countries or organizations. So at the end of the day, both countries made lots of changes in their regulations in order to comply with all the international tax standards and also with the anti-money laundering rules. So they have the reputation of being tax havens. However, they did most of the changes in order to be compliant with the international rules.
Okay, that's fair enough. So let's, I guess it's hard to talk about like Panama without mentioning the various leaks of confidential data. Most recently the Pandora Papers. Well, what is your perspective on that?
Well, this is a personal opinion. I mean, the problem is not information. My first question is how many judiciary problems there were after Panama Papers? How many illegalities they were discovered after Panama Papers? Few. So they release millions of information in order to get few judiciary problems. I believe that confidentiality and privacy they should be respected. So this is something that we should work together: privacy and with the compliance of the rules, with the compliance of an anti-money laundering rules and tax evasion. So my perspective is that I would say that they have. There are many political issues behind those information. There were not so many problems. So at the end of the day, it was just news, big news, but few judiciary problems. That's my view on this. So what I hope is that they will respect the privacy of people and the confidentiality, because those are rights that they should be respected, but in jointly with the respect of the international rules. So we need to find an equilibrium on those issues.
Okay, understood. And to a large extent, it was, especially the most recent one, the Pandora Papers, they were quite sensationalist, but there was relatively few cases of actual wrongdoing or illegality. It seems to be more an issue of morality. You know, what should have happened.
I would say I totally agree. Morality and scapegoat. I mean, at the end of the day, governments need to point who is the person that in order to be the scapegoat. So there is morality issues and scapegoat and political issues. So this is I cannot say this is a white or black issue. So it's in the middle. It's not so clear.
Understood.
Please subscribe, like, share, and comment below. Our books and upcoming events are available at htj.tax. Email us at help@htj.tax to engage us, to advise on international tax or business matters.